Welcome to Talking Soccer with Chris and Will. My name is Will,
I'm Chris.
and welcome to our, I think I would say our intro episode, right? Really
hmm
just like the origin story of why we kind of decided to start a podcast in the first place, right?
Yeah, that's right. So really, just want to kind of provide the origin story of why we decided to start it. Right. So, um, we've been, we've been friends for a long time. Uh, you know, Fans of soccer for I don't know how long now, 10 plus years now, right? Or it's been
Yeah.
a while, and really, I really haven't had anybody else that I could talk soccer with. So it's always something that we connect over, right? And especially rooting for you know. Uh, the local teams, right? Galaxy, our favorite EPL, right? Teams and so forth. So, yeah, we just thought it'd be fun to start it and kind of share our thoughts, right? And on soccer, right? Kind of what we enjoy. um
Yeah.
do you want to get started, well, on kind of your maybe thinking of how kind of we decided to start it, or how where
Yeah.
that started?
I mean, if I remember it correctly, I think we started it like over a pint of beer, like at the game or something. We were just randomly talking, and I think we both knew that we had pretty interesting conversations about soccer.
hmm
And I think we were just kind of had a few beers in us, and I think that's how the conversation really started. I forget though, was it like an OCSC game or Galaxy game?
Maybe
Do you
maybe
remember?
both. We maybe started over maybe like an OCFC game, right? I think we
Yeah,
started, especially when came back into the OC area, right?
yeah,
Well, was it like it was close to 2 years now, right? So maybe that's where it started. But we've always just talked, half the time we're watching the game, we're just talking about strategy, or kind of what we think about the game, right? Or kind of what's going on, talking about the players. And I think we've talked about it quite often, right? But basically, I'm thinking
yeah,
like every game we've like gone to, right? Either you know Galaxy or OCFC games. So I think we kind of found the courage or time to, or dedicate some time to finally get together and kind of get it kicked off, right? So um,
yeah. And I think it started with too with like a need of like I didn't see a lot of OC podcasts, right? I mean, there is a few Galaxy podcasts, but something that can really is tailored for the OC market and both fan bases. And that's really gonna be the goal moving forward with this podcast, is to provide really useful information that I think a lot of podcasts aren't covering. um, Whether that's player development with the Galaxy, big news. I know that as season ticket holders for both OCSC and Galaxy, we might have a little bit more of an insight, of how the team is working with the ability to go to trainings and things like that. So that's going to provide really valuable insight, moving forward, um, on this podcast, on something that it's like a different perspective in my point of view, right? So something a little
Yeah,
different.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it just kind of gives like our unique perspective, right, of kind of how we look at it, right, from a fan. Really, we're just fans, right,
Yeah.
of soccer, and especially with supporting our local teams, right. So, yeah, I think that's important. I really haven't been able to find any, you know. Anything specific, right, that kind of covers that, and kind of we've been trying to, right, look for something like that. So I think
Yeah.
we've talked about it enough and thought, hey, we could bring our kind of perspective, right, to the local soccer scene, right. And also just kind of just talk about kind of share our thoughts to our fandom too, right, with
Yeah.
with the MLS, right. Maybe a little bit more insight into the USL, right, and really, I'm a big European, soccer fan as well, right?
Yeah.
And kind of our, favorite either teams or just leagues that we like to watch. And yeah, and also maybe the national teams, right? Especially
Yeah.
the US national team. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, and hopefully kind of bringing that unique perspective from our side, and kind of our thoughts and kind of fan perspective, really.
Yeah, and the goal is going to be to provide, brand new podcasts at least once a week if we can, or every other week, and try to be consistent with that. Um, yeah, but besides that, anything else you want to add, Chris?
No, I'd just like to say, thanks for just kind of tuning
So,
in to our introductory episode. We're looking forward to it. It's really more just of a passion, really, for us.
yeah,
So we hope to, make it interesting or, worthwhile for people to tune in. And yeah, I would just say, stay tuned, right? So,
for more
um,
episodes for sure.
yeah, absolutely. So coming soon. Definitely going to kick things off. So, keep an eye out for, our really going to bring it, onto the, podcast platforms, and YouTube, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, just keep an eye out for that. So,
You can check our
yeah,
Twitter. I know our Twitter is Talking Soccer CW. You can check our Instagram, Talking Soccer with Chris and Will, for new episodes. I know we're going to be uploading on YouTube and all the big platforms. So a lot of places you can check
yeah.
out our content.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. And yeah, and if you guys want to also follow us on our personal social media accounts, right? We'll include those in the
The,
description
the
as
link
well.
on
So
the bottom. Yeah.
yep. So yeah, I think that
That
really
wraps it
wraps
up.
it up, right? Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Sounds
Well,
good.
thank you guys for
So
listening. And don't forget to follow us on our socials and check back for the next episode.
yeah, stay tuned. All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
See you, Chris.